Hello everyone, my name is Darren. I'm a travel advisor with Magical Vacations Travel. I recently got off the Disney Wish and I came up with a list of my top 10 tips for sailing on the Disney Wish. These are tips that will help you get more out of your vacation and your cruise. So here we go. Number 10, arrive early at the port, especially if you're driving, because the chances of you just driving in, parking the car, and walking into the ship are pretty slim. More than likely you're going to sit in traffic waiting for people to park and to drop off their luggage. So if you have a 12 o'clock boarding time, for example, I would plan on arriving at the port at 11 or 11:30 to allow you time to park the car and drop off your luggage. Number 9, get to know your elevators on the ship. There are no midship elevators on the Disney Wish, which I think is a great thing. It helps with traffic flow around the ship. All elevators go to deck 11, but only some will go to deck 12 and some will go to deck 13. So you need to check the sign above the elevator to make sure where it's going. If you need to go to decks 12 or 13, there's no way to manually select that elevator. You just have to wait and get lucky, hopefully, or you can take the elevator to deck 11 and then take the stairs. Also, there's no easy way to tell when the elevator has arrived. If it happens behind you and you miss it, it's a real pain. So you have to make sure that you're vigilant to paying attention to when the elevator arrives. There's no bell or notification, and they are very quiet. So you want to make sure you're paying attention for those elevators. I have missed many of those. Also, with the buttons on the elevator, they are no touch, but you have to be careful you don't lean on them. If you accidentally lean on the buttons, they will all select, and then you'll be making a lot of stops. Number 8, there is no dinner buffet. So on the Disney Wish, there is no cabanas, which is the buffet restaurant and all the other Disney ships. Disney Wish has Marceline Marketplace, but it is not open for dinner. So instead, you would, of course, go to one of your rotational dining restaurants, but if you're not interested in going to those, if you just want quick service or something casual, you can go to Mickey's Festival of Foods, and there are many options. They have barbecue, which is actually some of the best barbecue I've ever had. The ribs are identical to the ones you get on Castaway Cay, so if you like those, you're in luck. There's a taco bar that works similar to Chipotle, if you've ever been there. There's burgers, fries, chicken nuggets, of course, and pizza. The food is very good. I have to give Disney a lot of credit for coming up with a quick service option that actually has really good food and something beyond chicken nuggets and fries. So good job, Disney. Number 7, be sure to buy your merchandise early on board the ship. There are a number of items that have the Disney Wish logo or the Disney Cruise Line logo on them, but a lot of it goes fast. So I noticed that by day 3, a lot of the items were no longer available, and I really regretted not buying them earlier. So make sure you get that, especially if you're looking for like clothing, apparel, that stuff. The sizes tend to go like large and extra large sizes for men tend to go first. All I could find were size small. If you were size small, you had no problem finding any merchandise, but if you're any other size than small, you're going to have a hard time. Also, the inaugural merchandise will be available for the first year, so there are some special items that say the inaugural sailing. If you want to get one of those as a special souvenir, be sure to grab that on day 1 of the cruise. Another thing you should do on day 1 is to visit the Hyperspace Lounge. This is the Star Wars themed lounge on the ship. It is extremely popular, so you definitely want to check it out, and I have to say it is very cool. It is something that feels like it's from the Galactic Star Cruiser at Disney World. It has that kind of feel to it. It is very popular, but it is actually very small, and it doesn't take a lot of people. So when you're there on day 1, you can ask if they're taking reservations. When I was there, they were taking reservations, and you could can make a reservation for any of the days that you were on the ship. They were giving you a card. I'm not sure if they're doing that all the time, but sometimes apparently they do. You want to do that on day 1, and also if you have kids, you are welcome to take them into the lounge during the day. It's only for adults at night. So if you have a Star Wars fan, definitely bring them in and check it out. They are more than welcome. Number 5, visit Hook's Barbary on day 1 as well. Make your appointment. For the most part, they take appointments only. It's very hard to get a walk-in appointment there. So most of the people have been visiting on day 1 and make their appointment for the rest of the trip. And it is a great little place to hang out, and there's also a bar that opens at 5 o'clock. It's a very small, intimate space but very cool. So you can check that out after 5. Number 4, scope out a good spot for fireworks viewing on fireworks night. I will tell you that if you're standing in the middle of the upper deck, the Aqua Mouse tends to block most of the view of the fireworks, so you don't really want to be in the middle, which is counterintuitive because most of the action happens in the middle for the party. But the fireworks are off of the starboard side, so it would be a great idea to stand on the starboard side alongside the railing, or you can stand on the port side along the outer railing, and you'll sort of be able to have a wide angle view of the fireworks. But standing in the middle of the ship during the fireworks is probably the worst view you'll have, so don't do that. Number 3, visit the bow of the ship. Right now, this is the only Disney ship in the fleet that allows guests access to the bow. So if you're a Disney veteran cruiser, this is something that you've never been able to do before. Definitely want to spend some time up there. If you're new to cruising, this is one of the best places to visit on a ship, and I'm so glad that Disney has opened the bow to guests. It's open most of the time during the day while it's in port or at cruising speeds. It does close at night, or if it's windy outside, they won't allow you up there. But Disney does try to keep it open as much as possible. And another thing is, if you're up there, turn around and wave to the crew. The crew will wave back to you. It might be the captain or it might be a crew member, but very Disney of them. They do love to wave at guests, so make sure you do that. Say hello. Also, I know it's kind of goes without saying, but if you have your camera ready, go ahead and do your best I'm King of the World bit from the movie Titanic. Everybody seems to do that when they get up there. It is really funny. It doesn't seem to get old, and almost a rite of passage when you have bow access. So go check it out while you can. It's a really special part of the ship, one of my favorite places actually. It does get a little windy, so just be prepared for that, but very cool overall. Number 2, visit Hero Zone inside the ship. This is the recreational activity area. On all the other ships, it's outside, and it gets to be like 200 degrees out there, so was so smart of Disney to move this inside. It's air conditioned, it's multi-purpose. They have events here during the day. They have all sorts of activities. When there's no activities going on, it's just open for free play. They have foosball, air hockey, basketball, you name it. They got it all there, even ping pong. It's a great area, and thank you, Disney, so much for moving this inside, because we were dying out there in the heat. So I appreciate that. So check out Hero Zone on the ship. Number 1, book a land and sea package. Did you know that the Disney Wish itineraries to the Bahamas are designed with Walt Disney World in mind? That's why they offer 3 and 4 night sailings. So for example, you could do 4 nights at Walt Disney World and then take a 3-night cruise, or you can do 3 nights at Walt Disney World and a 4-night cruise. Disney also provides transportation from Walt Disney World out to Port Canaveral, which takes about an hour. You can also catch a bus from Port Canaveral to Orlando International Airport. So Disney has made it very easy for you to do both. Thanks for watching my top 10 tips for the Disney Wish. My name is Darren. I'm a travel planner with Magical Vacations Travel. You can find more of my content at orlandoparksky.com. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram.